So I've removed the gargoyles from their bases, and I've scraped them up and hopefully got them prepped enough that I can start painting. As you can see, one of the gargoyles came off nice and easy, and the other one I had to use Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, to get them off. Well, there's all the mechanisms on the front anyways. Wiper motor, vent motor, neck and the head turn mech. What I'm going to do now is I have some of this cable here, multi-strand cable. Right. And so what I'm going to do is hook up some wires to everything and then go from there. As per usual with the process, found that I don't need it to be here, I need it to be over here, that being this motor. However, I can only just so far get it over. So I'm going to have to trim off a little of that left corner there. Problem solved. Alright, this is it. The maiden voyage. I have not run a test on those wings, so it'll be interesting to see what happens once they get bucking. But here we go. So I'm seeing pretty well what I thought would occur, that wonky movement of the wings. So what I believe I'll have to do is create some sort of a channel in there so it can travel straight up and down. Where that'll be, somewhere in here. Some sort of barrier that this has to travel straight up and down in. But I am quite happy. I'm well on my way. So, yay! So I came up with a fix for the side-to-side swing that I'm getting as this cranks around. And of course it pulls one way and then pushes the other way, so the wings are swinging. I got swinging wings. So what I attempted here was a little guide. So what I did is I just cut off a small section of scrap rod that I had, and then cut a disc out of some scrap here to kind of keep things down and in place. I'm close, but I'm not quite there yet, and let me show you why. So noisy, banging, crashing. You can even see how it just kind of stops for that brief moment there. And these are basically what I've got them. I have got them loose enough that they can roll. But I just think it's still, there's too much resistance there. And obviously when they're coming down, you're getting that smack. And it gets amplified obviously, because everything here has to be loose and there's lots of little moving pieces in there, so everything's going to be all that impact is going to be amplified through the whole mech. I think I'm on the right track here, though. Thinking, what if there's a way that I can get this so that this has maybe a spring that pulls it in this direction, pulls it upward, so that when this gets to the top here, where it's now clearly, I mean, I've got easily a finger width there, maybe even a little better on the other side. But if this were pulled up on a lever and pulled up with a spring to keep contact that as it loses, and then as it comes down, continues to guide it in, that may work. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. So what I came up with was kind of a channel. You see, the nut sits between two pieces of plastic there, and then basically another piece of plastic helps to hold that arm of the wing down on both sides. Let me see. Keeps it from popping out of that track. And these are adjustable because I've got them on bolts that are long enough so I can get it so it's just enough pressure to hold it down, but not enough to cause any damage. So these are the LEDs that I have for the eyes. They're green flickering. So there's 3 of them. Super bright 5mm green flickering. 3 of them wired in series with a resistor for 12 volts. And this is what they look like in the ping pong ball. That's going to be the eye. So basically just hot glued, bored a hole in there with an old soldering iron, then stuck that in there and hot glued it. Okay, here is a rough up of the finished design, more or less. There are obviously more tweaks to be done before everything gets sealed up, but these are the 4 main electronic and mechanical components. So I have the wiper motor, ready to go to move the wings, the vent motor, ready to go to move the head. Just place the 2 eyes on top, and of course the fire breathing flickering in the LEDs in the mouth right now. I'll also show you the park feature for the wings. There will be a little bit of a pause because I'm physically moving one wire to another, but when it's actually all hooked up, it'll be done through a relay, so it'll be like motionless. The wings will be moving, and then when it's done, they'll just continue moving until they go to park. There won't be that pause that you will see here. Now the wings. A little bit noisy. That will need to be calmed down with a little bit more dialing in of the the guides in the back, and also lubrication as well. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the park feature. We'll let them get to the full. There we go. And we'll run it through. And there's the park. So this is a rear shot of the Gargoyle with the wing mechanism. And of course, the guides for the nut down here, and then these to keep pressure on here so that they don't jump out of this this guide. And then the park feature. So I'm kind of looking at how the new one stacks up against the old one. And yeah, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, I have to make those wings. I have to find a way to extend them. Drat it. Foiled again.